Coming to you live from Orleans Arena in Viva Las Vegas, this is Bronx basketball. Today, the Bronx take on the WAC regular season champion Utah Valley University Wolverines here in the WAC tournament quarterfinals. It's the first men's game of the day. The Wolverines 1 seed, the Bronx are the 8 seed. The Bronx enter this game with an 0-2 record against Utah Valley this season. The first matchup got away for the Bronx, 67-53 loss at home, but on the road, we're talking a week and a half ago, Bronx fell 45-42, had one of their best ever defensive performances as the Bronx held Utah Valley to 26.4% shooting and just 45 points, but of course Bronx only scored 42, which is why they lost that game. But Bronx have had some success against Utah Valley in the head-to-head. Shaq Boga averaging 17 points per game and shooting 48% against the Wolverines, whereas Shaq Hines is at 11 points per game, shooting 53% against the Wolverines. He's averaging 5.5 rebounds as well. So the Shaqs, who the Bronx expect to lead them, have been really strong for UTPA against Utah Valley this season. Bronx are coming off of a 79-78 overtime loss to Grand Canyon. It was the Bronx 4th overtime game of the season. Season high 5 Bronx reached double figures in scoring, led by Shaq Hines, who had 21, 7 of 15 from the field, 7 of 9 from the line. That's a career best. 10 boards for his third double-double. Shaq Boga at 20, 8 of 18, shooting 2 of 4 from behind the arc, 7 boards, 4 assists, and a steal. How about Early Johnson? Career high tying 14 points and a career high tying 3 3-pointers. Early Johnson had himself a heck of a ball game. Bronx certainly hope that continues. Not only you look at the scoring, but he's been playing really well defensively lately as well. Senior Justin Leathers, he had an 11-point game. He's been playing well lately. Hit game-tying 3 with 3 seconds left in regulation, and the deepest possible 2 with 11 seconds left in overtime to make it a 1-point game. Josh Cleveland at 10 points, 5 of 8, 6 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. First half, the Bronx held the Antelopes 25.9% shooting, including one of their first 12. Bronx shot 61% in the second half. It all came down to free throws. Grand Canyon was 30 of 40. The Bronx were 13 of 20. That is the only reason Grand Canyon beat the Bronx. But really, Bronx have been playing really well over the last 3 games. So they continue that play tonight against the Wolverines, and the Bronx will have a chance to advance. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on Bronx pregame, it's Coach's Corner. I'll sit down with Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back to Bronx pregame. It's Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. And Coach, the WAC tournament is finally here. You have a lot of experience with tournaments like this. So what do you tell your team about playing in something like this?
Well, you know, it's a different environment, but try to stay within yourselves, do what you do well, you know, enjoy the excitement of it. But again, it's not about going out and getting excited in the first 5 minutes. It's about executing over 40 minutes and making some plays. And one thing I've told them here is, this is your NCAA tournament starting right now because, you're pretty much one and done. So it's time to go play and time to seize the opportunity.
And you had the opportunity to go out and watch the women's game yesterday. Do you think it helped to see the atmosphere of the tournament like that?
Yeah, I mean, the kids get out and see the game and see what can happen. It was a 14, 15-point lead for us, and all at once they're up 15, 16 points with a 30-point swing in about 10 minutes. So, it's about executing every play, taking care of the basketball, and doing what you do well and giving yourself an opportunity to win.
And really, these last 3 games, your team has been playing really well. 1 and 2 not really indicative. You've had a 3-point game and a 1-point overtime game in there. And do you think that strong play will help you coming in?
Well, we hope so. I mean, we've really played well on the road most of the year, which was indicative of the Utah Valley game. Without Javon, we went out and right before that beat Bakersfield and had a chance to win at Utah Valley. So, we defended well in that game. We just didn't. We didn't execute real well offensively, but that's kind of been a problem for us, to be honest. But, Leathers had 5 or 6 open looks that he probably needs to make if we want to compete and beat the best team in the league.
Yeah, and the team, like you said, you just played. You don't often get to see a team, less than 2 weeks after you already played them. So a lot of familiarity here.
Well, no doubt about it. We know them, they know us, and it just comes down to individuals now that do the right things, make the right plays. I always tell them it's not the emotion of the game. It's about having a passion for what you do, staying with it throughout the game, staying the course, and most importantly, the team that makes the most quality decisions today, the team that's smartest, will probably win the game.
So is the focus on what Utah Valley does and how you stop them, or is it just more on your own team?
Well, it's a lot on our team, but to be honest, the last game was decided at the offensive rebounding end. We held them down, but they got too many scramble loose balls and took advantage of that, and then a couple post plays inside. So, it's just us executing against what they do, and if we guard them well and make the right choices, we'll have an opportunity.
One guy, when you've played them, you've really kept in check, Holton Unsiger, who's I've always thought one of the most clutch players out there. I mean, he really, with the exception of like a 5-minute spurt in the first game, really hasn't done a lot against you guys. So you guys have had a pretty good plan against him.
Well, exactly. I mean, we try to take away his open looks if we can, but he's going to take some hard shots. That's his role. Last game out against Bakersfield, he was 1 for 12 from the field and still scored 15 points on 13 free throws. So he's a big part of what they do. We've got to try to control him, do a good job. And then, the guys that have heard us aired, and their 2 forwards are both nice players. So, I mean, they got a really nice, balanced team. They're hard to guard.
And you come in with a few guys playing well. I mean, you look at senior night, Hurley Johnson had one of his better games.
Yeah, we need him to play well again. We need him to knock some shots down and be competitive defensively. He's actually raised our bar defensively. He's a good defender and has done a good job with that. But, Leathers making shots in the last game. Hopefully he can keep that going, keep his legs fresh and keep that rolling. And Josh Cleveland's played well of late. So we're hoping we get good time out of all those veteran kids.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot and good luck.
Thanks, Jonah.
That's Bronx head coach Dan Hipsher. That'll do it for the Coach's Corner. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening tip. This is Bronx basketball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you as we get ready for the start of today's WAC tournament quarterfinal matchup between the top-seeded Utah Valley University Wolverines and the 8th-seeded University of Texas Pan American Broncs. Well, they're about to introduce the starting lineup, so we will do the same, and we will start with the host team in this neutral site competition, the Utah Valley University Wolverines, a team the Broncs very familiar with in their years together in the Great West. And then, of course, they just played each other a week and a half ago in their second meeting of the season. Utah Valley will line up the usual suspects, starting in the backcourt at point guard, a 6-foot senior out of North Salt Lake City, Utah, number 12, Holton Hunsiger. At shooting guard, a 6'1 senior out of Mesa, Arizona, number 3, Kiawi Enos. At small forward, a 6'5 junior out of Boise, Idaho, number 15, Mitch Bruneel. At power forward, a 6'7 freshman out of Yuba City, California, number 21, Zach Nelson. And at center, a 6'9 senior out of Bountiful, Utah, number 35, Ben Aird. Head coach of the Wolverines in his 20th season is Dick Hunsaker. He's assisted by Curtis Condi, Terry Parker, and Chris Sparks. Wolverines into this game with a record of 19-10. They've won their last 3 in a row. They were 13-3 in WAC play. This is their first neutral site competition of the season. They were 6-8 away from home, but 6-2 away from home in conference play. Just an interesting juxtaposition. As for those hosts, UTPA Broncs, starting at the point guard position, a 5'11", 170-pound junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, number 5, Shaquille Boga. At shooting guard, a 6'1", 185-pound senior out of Clewiston, Florida, number 30, Hurley Johnson. At small forward, a 6'7", 195-pound sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois, number 24, Shaquille Hines. At power forward, a 6'5", 218-pound senior out of Kansas City, Missouri, number 32, Justin Leathers. And at center, a 6'6", 225-pound senior out of Houston, number 25, Josh Cleveland. The head coach of the Broncs in his first season is Mr. Dan Hipsher. The associate head coach is Andy Hipsher. The assistant coaches are Ellen McCroy and Cody Hopkins. Broncs into this game with a record of 9-22. They lost 2 straight. They went 5-11 in WAC play, 1-1 in neutral sites this year. That was at the Texas A&M Corpus Christi tournament way back in mid-November, where the Broncs beat Tennessee Tech, but lost to IPFW, both close games. Away from home, the Broncs were 6-12, including the neutral sites. 3-5 in conference play, but you know, a neutral site is so different from a true road game. It's almost not fair to even point out those numbers. Officials for today's game: Rick Matzel is the referee. He's joined by Mike Giranto and Brett Mew. Wolverines in their home white tops and bottoms with the green stripes down the side. Green word Wolverines on the front. Green numerals on the front and on the back in black trim. They have their secondary logo, the head of the Wolverine with the letters UVU by the knees. Broncs in their road green tops and bottoms with the orange numerals on the front and on the back in white trim. Orange lettering spelling out WAC above the number on the back. On the front it says UTPA in orange with white trim. Orange and white stripes on the top of the shoulders, orange and white piping down the sides of the knees, and the bucking bronc by the left knee. Broncs and Wolverines take the court. Broncs will be moving left to right, the Wolverines from right to left. Josh Cleveland will take the tip for the Broncs. Ben Aird will take the tip for the Wolverines. The Wolverines brought their student section. It's a short drive, about 4 hours, I think, from Orem, Utah to here. So not a huge surprise. The tip is up. It's won by the Broncs, and we're underway, moving from left to right with the boys in green. Boga bringing the basketball down the court for the Broncs. Passes it over to the right wing of the Leathers. Now back up to the top to Boga. Boga matched up with Hunsiger, man-to-man for the Wolverines. Comes down low to Cleveland. Cleveland spins around, tries to shoot it over. Aird rolls off the rim. The rebound pulled in by Nelson, and back we go the other way. Hunsaker will run the offense for Utah Valley. Pass comes over to the right wing, Enos. Enos from the Bronx bench moves over to his left. Now pass comes over to the left wing, that's Brunel. Brunel down low, Hunsaker, the fall-away jumper goes in, and Utah Valley strikes first. It's 2-0, 38 seconds gone by. A lot of Utah Valley fans in attendance today. Both teams with their spirit squads, band, cheerleader, dancers, as Hines hits the jumper from the left side of the court from about 5 feet inside the arc. And the Bronx have tied the game. It's 2-all, a minute gone by. There's a steal by Boga. Fires it up ahead to Hines. Lays it up and in. Little fast break for UTPA. Boga got the steal right at center court, a little beyond it. And then Hines went racing down the court, snuck in front of the defense. And the Bronx have a 4-2 lead. Hunsaker, the son of head coach Dick Hunsaker, running the offense for the Wolverines. Very dangerous player. He can shoot it. He can deliver it. Difficult player to play against. Hunsaker, left elbow leaner, doesn't go. Rebound skied for and brought in by the Wolverines. Out to Enos on the right wing. Johnson overcommits. Enos comes in. He throws it up from 5 feet out and hits. Tied at 4. Well, if the early minutes are any indication, we won't see the defensive struggle we saw the last time these two teams met, and the final score was 45-42. Cleveland with the basketball on the right elbow. Turns around, gives out to Leathers. Now the left wing to Hines. Hines out to the right wing. Johnson for 3, and he connects. Hurley Johnson from downtown picks up right where he left off. And the Bronx have the lead at 7-4. $17:44 to play in the first. Brunel comes inside, throws it up with the right hand and in. Mitch Brunel. Bronx lead cut to 1-7-6. Logan bringing it down for the Bronx as at the top to the left wing. Leathers coming off a strong game himself on senior night. Up top to Cleveland. Cleveland right at the edge of the arc. Thought about it, takes a dribble in, spins, tries to throw it over Aird off the front of the iron. Rebound by Aird. And back we go the other way. Hands it up to Hunsaker, and Hunsaker will bring it down for Utah Valley. Across the timeline. Pass comes over to left wing Brunel right in front of us. 3 minutes gone, Bronx by 1. Brunel steps to his left, matched up with Hines. Brunel looking left, turns right, gives it over to Hunsaker. Hunsaker against Boga, 15 on the shot clock. Hunsaker with the left hand dribbles, comes down to Aird. Aird around Cleveland, throws it up with the right hand, and it rattles home. Utah Valley leads 8-7. Basket for basket, punch for punch. Good start for both teams. Boga dribbling it out at the top, passes it over to the right wing to Leathers. Leathers sends it into Cleveland. Cleveland low block against Aird, gets double teamed. Passes it underneath to Leathers. He's doubled, he throws it up. It's swatted by Aird. Enos and Johnson ran in for the rebound. Contact, Enos goes down. They'll call the foul on Johnson. Alex Majewski checking in for UTPA. Justin Leathers takes a seat. Eight to 7 Utah Valley, 16:21 to play opening half. A sea of green in the stands across from us. Utah Valley and UTPA fans kind of mixed together. Each is supposed to have their own cheering section, but somehow they're all sitting right. Seems to be some of them in the same section. Got a feeling some fans just decide to move around since the other fan sections aren't necessarily here for games that aren't their own. Hunsaker misses the 3, but Brunel follows it and taps it back in. It's a 2, and it's 10-7 Utah Valley. Boga turns around, feeds Johnson on the left wing. Johnson out top to Majewski. Majewski holds it, gives it to the left wing. Hines thought about it, takes a dribble in, trying to get past Enos, gives it down low to Cleveland up against Aird. Cleveland bumps him, turns around, throws it up, and it falls in. Josh Cleveland. And the Bronx within 1, it's 10-9. Almost 5 minutes gone. Enos right wing for 3, got it. 13-9 Utah Valley. Enos doesn't take much time to get set. He gets the ball and he fires. Bronx down 4. Boga dribbles it up to his right. And a foul called away from the ball, so we'll hit immediate timeout. 14:59 to play, opening half. Bronx down 13-9. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Rolito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 14:59 to play, opening half. The Bronx down 13-9 to Utah Valley. The Bronx will inbound stage right of the basket with Shaq Hines after the foul on the Wolverines, each team with one foul. Hines inbounds out to Boga at the top. Quick trigger on the long two. Doesn't go. The rebound is tipped. And they're going to call a foul on the board. Coach Hunziker incredibly unhappy about the call. He walks onto the court. He slaps his hands together. He spins around and goes back to his bench. It was on Ben Aird. His first. That's 2 on the Wolverines. Bronx would love to get Aird in some kind of foul trouble, get him out of the game. Johnson from the top for 3, and he hits it again! Hurley Johnson from downtown. The Bronx within 1. It's 13-12. Johnson had a career-high tying 3 threes in the last game. He's already got 2 today. Bronx within 1. Ball at the top of the key with Nelson. Turns around, feeds Hunziker. Starting 5 still out there for Utah Valley. 14:20 to go in the first. Enos down low to Aird. Aird in the lane, throws it up with the right hand off the back iron. And on the rebound attempt, a foul. Brunel was trying to get it down. It looked like he might have gotten smacked on the face. Hunziker with the basketball on the left wing. Pass it up top, coming in for the shot for Nelson. But an offensive foul, and it is Bronx ball. He knocked down his defender. Alex Majewski will wait to inbound stage right of the basket. They'll give it to Boga, and they'll have the length of the court to go. Bronx can take the lead with the basket here. Boga, the right wing, Hines. Hines, Cleveland baseline. Matchup against Aird. Trying to come in. Throws it underneath to, well, no one. Enos knocks it away. And Utah Valley bringing it up the court. Whistle. Still Utah Valley ball. Alex Majewski just got called for his first. Laurie Toivonen and Justin Leathers in. Majewski and Cleveland take a seat. Inbounds comes to Hunsaker, gets it over to Enos. Ball comes down low, looking for air. Hines trying to knock it away, and now Leathers tries to get tied up. He does. Jump ball situation. Possession arrow favors the Wolverines. Inbounds comes out to Enos. Pass over to the right wing, Hunsaker. Back to Enos to the top, tries the deep three, and he hits it from 2 feet behind the arc. Utah Valley's lead is 16-12. Boga sends it up to Toivonen at the top. Toivonen to his left. Stops. He's wide open. Gives it to the left over to Leathers. Pass comes over to the right wing, Hines. Hines trying to find space. Right elbow leaner off the back iron, and the rebound tipped. And they call a foul. Zach Nelson called for the foul in Utah Valley, and they'll make their first substitution. Hunsaker and Aird take a seat. Hayes Garrity is in. As is. Layup goes up, and it's good for Utah Valley. It's 18-12 Wolverines. Also in is Brendan Evans for the Wolverines. Boga with the basketball at the top for the Bronx. Pass over to the right wing, Toivonen. Comes back over to the top to Leathers, the left wing, Boga. Boga up top to Johnson. Johnson works his way to the basket, lays it up, add in. Hurley Johnson's a man on a mission. He's already got 8. And the Bronx within 4. It's 18-14. And a steal. Here comes Hurley Johnson to the layup. It's good. Hurley Johnson. 10 points already. And the Bronx within 2. It's 18-16. Brunel with the basketball on the left wing for Utah Valley. Pass comes up the top to Evans. Evans, right wing Garrity. Lobs it in, finds Nelson. Nelson underneath, Brunel, layup, it's good. 20-16, Utah Valley, 11:48 to play in the first. Boga runs the offense. Boga at the top, pass over to the right to Toivonen. Top to Leathers. Left wing Johnson, he's already 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Top of the key to Hines. Hines, the long distance jumper is good. Jack Hines brings the Bronx within 2. It's 20-18. $11 to play. Brunel, pass to his right to Garrity, kicks it out to the left corner. Enos for 3, in and out. Rebound Bronx, here they come. Boga racing it down the court. Bronx can tie it or take the lead with a basket here. Pass over to left wing Hines. Hines works his way in. Hines stops, pops, ties the game. Little baseline floater for Shaq Hines. And it's 20 apiece with 10.5 minutes to go in the first. Utah Valley loses the ball out of bounds off the Bronx. Still Wolverines ball when we return. 10:27 to play here in half number 1. We're tied at 20. This is Bronx basketball.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hits. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 10:27 to play here in half number 1. And the game is tied at 20 between Utah Valley and UTPA. Christian Hildebrand in for the Bronx out there with Toivonen, Leathers, LJ McIntosh also in, and Shaq Boga. Holton Hunsaker and Ben Aird are back in for Utah Valley. Hayes Garrity, Chad Ross, and Taylor Brown the others. Steele, here come the Bronx. Boga throws it up, doesn't go off the front iron. Rebound grabbed by Aird, and back we go the other way with the Wolverines in white. Garrity up top to Hunsaker, back to Garrity on the right wing. Garrity gets past Leathers, tries the long 2, bounces off the side rim, off the backboard, and right back in through the hoop. 22-20 Utah Valley, 9:55 to go in the first. Jack Boga with the basketball, top of the key. UTPA left wing Leathers. Finds space, turns around, gives it back out to Hildebrand on the left wing. 26 on the shot clock. Up top to Toivonen, back out to the left wing. Hildebrand, pretty good three-point shooter in his own right. Matched up with Brown. Pass over to the right side. McIntosh tries to come in, gets double. Top of the key. Toivonen deep 2 on the way off the front iron. And the rebound pulled in by Ross. Back we go the other way with the Wolverines. Garrity spins his way in, trying to get past Hildebrand. Can't. Gives it out to Aird on the left wing. Up top to Hunsaker. Now the right wing comes out to Brown. Brown back to Hunsaker. Hand off to Garrity. And Garrity will start up a new play from the Orleans Arena logo out at center court. Garrity moves over to the left wing. Passes it up top to Brown. Brown gets past McIntosh. Gives it off to the left wing. Garrity comes in. Stops. Passes it out to the right wing. Hunsaker. NBA 3 on the way. And it's good. That's Holton Hunsaker's MO. When you need a big basket, he's going to hit it. And it doesn't matter where he shoots it from. He's got range from anywhere. It's 25-20 Utah Valley. Boga with the basketball on the right wing. Tries a 3 of his own. Left hand doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by Ross. And here come the Wolverines. Already up 5. They can make it a 3-possession game with the basket here. Garrity, the little floater from the lane, bounces off the side of the iron. Strong side. Attempted rebound by Aird as he tumbles out of bounds. They'll say he was pushed. And it looks like the foul, I think, is on Leathers. Couldn't see the numbers. The official flashed up. Josh Cleveland, Hurley Johnson, Shaq Hines ins for UTPA. LJ McIntosh, Lori Toivonen, and Christian Hildebrand take a seat. Aird gets it down low, gives it off to Brown. Brown double team, forces in the corner. It looked like he kind of walked. He might have stepped out of bounds, but his pass errant. Stolen by the Bronx. Worked out. Boga fires it ahead to Hines. It gets knocked out of bounds by the Wolverines. It is Bronx ball. Zach Nelson back in for Utah Valley. Chad Ross takes the seat. Nelson, all newcomer team. Heck of a freshman. Hines inbounds it out to Cleveland for UTPA. Bronx can make it a one-possession game with the basket. Cleveland the jumper off the back iron, and the rebound Aird. Up to Hunsaker. Hunsaker brings it in towards the right wing against Boga, sends it down low. That's Nelson, double team. Nelson out to the right wing. Hunsaker, quick trigger 3, and it's good. Holton Hunsaker, an all WAC first team selection. He may not be the best player in the WAC, but I will argue until I'm blue in the face, he is the most clutch. It's so dangerous. Whistle blow, and we're up against the media timeout. 7:48 to play, and the Bronx down 28-20 in the first. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 7:48 left on the first half clock, and the UTPA Bronx down 28-28 to the Utah Valley University Wolverines. Bronx are shooting well. They're at 50%. The problem is Utah Valley is shooting better. They're at 71%. 12 of 17 for the Wolverines. The Bronx 9 of 18. Wolverines 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Bronx 2 of 3. Night and day difference from their last meeting a week and a half ago. The final score was 45-42. We might be there by halftime. Wolverines basketball. Aird fires it up ahead to Garrity, who breaks through the full court press, but he couldn't hang on to the ball, ending any chance for a fast break, so he'll have to turn around and bring it back out. Garrity has the ball on the right wing. Pass up to the top to Hunsiger. Hunsiger inside to Aird. Aird throws it up with the right hand, and it goes in. It's a 10-0 run for Utah Valley. It's 30-20. Hines the basketball on the left wing. Hines, jumper left side is good. Bronx with an 8, 30-22. That snaps Utah Valley's run. Hunsiger bringing up for the Wolverines. Pass down low to Aird, gets in front of Cleveland and lays it in. And Coach Hipsher unhappy. He calls for a 30-second timeout. Well, that just improves on that shooting percentage. I mean, Aird is a tough guy to stop, but you don't want to let him get hot. He's now got 6 with 5 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field. Colton Hunsiger is 8, 3 of 5 from the field, 5 assists. Utah Valley's 14 of 19 from the field. That's 74%. I mean, that's video game numbers right there. The Bronx are 53%. I mean, they're 10 of 19. You shoot 53% and a half, you should be doing pretty well, but Utah Valley is shooting better. Simple as that. Shaq Hines leading the way for the Bronx, 5 of 6 shooting, 10 points. Burley Johnson 4 of 4 shooting, a couple of threes in there too. 10 points for him as well. So they have 20 of the Bronx 22 points. Josh Cleveland has the other bucket. Burley Johnson with the basketball on the right wing for the Bronx. Johnson lobs it down low to Boga, stops, pops, got it. Hunsiger kept going towards the basket. Boga stopped in the left block, and that gave him an uncontested look at a layup. First points for Boga. Bronx with an 8 at 32-24. Well, the Bronx need Boga to get going, certainly. Garrity has the basketball out top for Utah Valley. Sends it over to the left corner. Touch pass left wing. Uncontested three for Brunel is good. Good passing by Utah Valley to set up the shot. 35-24. Boga with the ball at the top. Boga steps right. Backing it out. Somehow he got matched up with Aird. Now to Leathers on the left wing. Down low to Toivonen. Lays it up. No good, but a foul. Mitch Brunel the culprit. He bumped Toivonen. Toivonen is going to shoot the game's first free throws of this game. How about that? We're at the 5:54 mark of the first. He misses on the first. Night and day from the last Bronx game against Grand Canyon, in which there were 60 total free throw shot. Justin Leathers takes the seat. LJ McIntosh is in. Toivonen is a 61% free throw shooter. Second is off the back iron, and Nelson Skies for the rebound. Back we go the other way. Taylor Brown back in for Utah Valley. He replaces Brunel. Unseger has the ball tipped away by Boga out of bounds and remain Utah Valley ball. Nelson with the ball, takes it over to the left wing, matched it with Hines. Pass goes up top to Garrity. Right wing Hunziger. Hunziger spins his way in, stops, pops, the fall away is good. Holton Hunziger. 37-24 Utah Valley. It's a 17-4 run. Boga straight to the hoop, layup doesn't go. Toivonen tried to tip it, but Aird takes it away. Ahead to Hunziger. Boga tries to tip it away. Hunziger picks it back up, gives it to Garrity. Lobs it down low. It's Nelson, who has the ball taken right out of his hands by Toivonen. Fires it up ahead to Boga of UTPA. Now back to Johnson, left wing, thought about it, spins his way in, comes to the hoop, tries to throw it up, no good, but a foul. Johnson's just throwing his body around. Coach Hunziger is infuriated. I don't know why. And every time there's been a call against Utah Valley, he's just thrown his palms to the sky and started yelling at the officials. Well, now two of the officials come to the scores table. You know what? They're going to look at a replay. Or no, they're not. They walked toward the replay monitor for a second. That's what I thought was going to happen, but they just needed to tell them who the foul was on. It's on Zach Nelson. His second. It's 5 on Utah Valley compared to 6 on UTPA. Second time anybody's been to the line today. 4:51 to play. This time it's Hurley Johnson, his first trip. First shot off the front iron. Johnson, a 57% free throw shooter. Bronx now 0-3 from the line today. Chad Ross is in, as is Gawi Enos. Garrity and Nelson take a seat. Johnson's second shot goes in. Bronx in 12, 37-25. Aird, ahead to Enos. Enos brings it up on the sideline. Cross from us. To the left wing, Brown. Up top to Hunziger. Back to Brown. Brown gets past McIntosh. Gives it back to Hunziger. Now to Brown. Left corner for three. It's good. Utah Valley is 6 of 8 from behind the arc. That's 75%. They're 17 of 22 from the field. That's 77%. The Bronx down 40-25. Hines from the top for three. Rims out. Rebound Aird. The The Bronx are shooting 50% from the field and they're down 15. And it's not a free throw thing. Wolverines haven't shot any. Bronx are 1 of 4. Free throw's not an issue in today's game. Even if the Bronx were 4 of 4, it wouldn't be an issue. Hunsaker left corner for 3. Wow. I know you didn't see it, but based on my reaction and the crowd reaction, I'm guessing you know it was good. It's 43-25 Utah Valley. They're 7 of 9 from behind the arc and 18 of 23 from the field. I mean, they're 78% from both behind the arc and the field. McIntosh at the top for 3. Hits off the side of the iron. I think it just grazed it. And the Bronx down 18. Enos thought about it from NBA range. That gives to Aird, right elbow leaner. It's good. They can't miss. I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a team shoot 60% and a half. I have never seen 80%, and that's what we're seeing right now. Bronx use up another 30-second timeout. 3:02 left in the first. The Bronx down 20. They haven't done anything wrong. I mean, defensively, but I mean, Utah Valley already has as many points as this half as they had the entire game the last time these two teams met. And the Bronx are shooting 48% from the field. You shoot 48%, generally something good happens. But Utah Valley I've never seen anything like it. 79%. That doesn't happen. And I don't know what the NCAA record is for best shooting percentage at a half, but I mean, they might be there. And I've got the WAC tournament record book in front of me. I might take a look at that at halftime, see if it's a WAC tournament record. It probably is. Back underway after that timeout. Hurley Johnson with the ball for the Bronx. Hines has it on the left elbow, comes in, throws it up, doesn't go. Rebound Wolverines. The Bronx need to stop. I mean, it's so simple, but that's the only analysis I can give you. The Bronx need a stop, and then they need another stop. Wait, isn't that a backcourt violation? Yeah, they took them a couple seconds to recognize it, but Hunsinger threw it into the backcourt. Where Ross went to get it, but he stepped across the line, so that's a turnover. Bronx ball when we return. Should be up against immediate timeout. With 2:26 to play and the Bronx down 45-25, we are. You're listening to Bronx Basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself. Creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena here in Las Vegas. WAC Tournament quarterfinals. Jonah Goldberg riding with you in the Bronx. Down 45-25 to Utah Valley with 2:26 left in the first half. This game was tied at 20. It's a 20-5 run since then for the Wolverines, or 25-5 run. They scored 10 straight points to spark it. Wolverines, 19 of their first 24, 7 of their first 9 from behind the arc. That's 79.2% overall, 77.8% from behind the arc. Shaq Boga from the foul line tries, a shot doesn't go, and the rebound pulled in by Aird. Here come the Wolverines. They can get to 80% with a basket here. Hunsker with the basketball at the top. And a foul. So Hunsker hits the line. This is the first free throw shot by Utah Valley today, and despite that, they're up 20. He hits the first, he'll get a second. There's a 7th foul on the Bronx. Hunsker, an 86% free throw shooter. Wolverines' team, 76%. Second shot is good, it's 47. 25, Utah Valley. It is a 27-5 run. Hurley Johnson from the top, misses, rebound Aird. Wolverines basketball with 1.5 minutes left in the first. Aird, right wing Hunsiger. Top of the key, Enos. And a foul. Enos heads to the line for 1 and 1. Johnson takes a seat, Boga in for the Bronx. Enos hits the first, he'll get a second. Enos, a 92% free throw shooter this year, now 36 attempts. He's 33 hits. Second shot good. 49-25, it's a 29-5 run. Air takes a seat for Utah Valley. Ross back in. I think Russ already out there. That's Brendan Evans who came in. Hines, free throw jumper doesn't go. Rebound Ross. And Utah Valley calls for a timeout as they bring the ball up the court. They use it or lose a timeout, so you can take this opportunity to drop a play to get yourself another score and try and double up the Bronx in the first half. Even up 24, Coach Hunsker treating every possession as valuable, and as he should. Funny things happen in March. There's no such thing as a safe lead in March unless the final buzzer has sounded. And there's still a whole nother half to play. $50 seconds to go. Hunsiger. Bounce pass over to the right wing, Evans. Back to Hunsinger, comes in, finds space for a 2, and he hits it. I don't believe that. 51-25 is a 31-5 run. And Utah Valley is now shooting exactly 80%. They're 20 for 25. We'll look back at some stat sheets to see during this run what they're shooting. Because they were 9 of their first 13, which means they're 11 of their last 12. Wow. Boga tries to pass underneath for Toivonen with 0.2 of a second left, out of his reach and out of bounds. 5 for 5 from behind the arc. 11 for 12 from the field during this run as the half comes to a close and the Bronx are down 51-25. Wow. In Utah Valley, I have never seen a shooting performance quite like this in my entire life. Utah Valley's hit 11 of their last 12 shots and all 5 of their last 3-pointers during a 31-5 run over the final 10.5 minutes of the half, to break a 20-20 tie and run away with this ball game. Oh, by 26 at the half. And in a piece of very unsportsmanlike conduct, the so-called green men of Utah Valley, there appear to be a drum line that are wearing all green. I don't know how they can see or breathe. Like it's those it's like wearing stockings over your entire body. Try to give all our cheerleaders a high five. Classic. As they set up on half court for a halftime show. So let's get you the first half stats, and then we'll throw it over to Bronx Country for the half. Wolverines are led by Holton Hunsinger. He's got 17 points, 6 of 8 shooting, 3 of 4 from behind the arc, 6 assists. Mitch Brunel, 11 points, 5 of 5, shooting 1 of 1 from behind the arc. Keely Enos, 10 points, 3 of 4, shooting 2 of 3 from behind the arc. After that, it's 8 points for Ben Aird with 10 rebounds, 3 points for Taylor Brown, and 2 for Hayes Garrity, rather. Wolverines are 20 of 25, 80%, 7 of 9 from behind the arc, 78%, 4 of 4 from the line. Bronx led by Hurley Johnson, 11 points, 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. 10-point Shaq Hines, 5 of 9 shooting. And then 2 points each for Shaq Boga and Josh Cleveland. Bronx 11 of 27 from the field, that's 41%. They went 2 of their final 13 after going 9 for their first 14. 2 of 6 from behind the arc, 1 of 4 from the line. Keep all the numbers, but the only ones that matter. 51-25, Utah Valley leads UTPA at the half. Well, Bronx Country just came out. What are we at? 23 episodes now? Came out yesterday. There's in the first clip, there's a great story about the men's basketball senior class. I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to see it, so we'll throw it over to Bronx Country right now. Or not. Give me 1 second to sort that out, folks, and get rid of that question mark. Here we go.
Final home game for 5 UTPA men's basketball seniors. We'll take you to the action. History on the line for UTPA women's basketball, and UTPA baseball busts out the brooms over the weekend. This is Bronc Country. Welcome to Bronc Country. I'm Jonah Goldberg. The UTPA men's basketball team closed out the regular season against Grand Canyon on Saturday at the UTPA Fieldhouse with a lot at stake for both teams. With a win, the Broncs could grab the number 6 seed in the WAC tournament. With a loss, well, they'd be the 8th seed. For Grand Canyon, they were trying to finish their first season in Division I with a winning record and potentially give themselves a chance at a postseason berth in either the College Basketball Invitational or the CollegeInsider.com tournament. And I'll tell you what, both teams played like it was the most important game of the season. Before we can get to the game, it was senior night. The Broncs honored the 4 seniors and 1 graduate student before the game, and the seniors came up big early. Opening possession, Josh Cleveland with the hook shot. Next time down the court, Justin Leather steps in to find space and hit the jumper, 4-0 Broncs. Ensuing possession, the Broncs seniors say, hey, let's get a junior involved. Shaq Boga buries the 3, 7-0 Broncs. And then on the Broncs' 4th possession, they find their 4th basket. This one from Jamal Dantzler, Broncs up 9-zip. Move ahead to the 6-minute mark. Broncs lead Will to 2, and Hurley Johnson from downtown. Broncs up 19-14. And we'll have more from Johnson right now. Early second half. Game tied at 36, and Johnson unties it. Midway through the half, Broncs down 2, not anymore. Shaq Hines ties the game at 45. Late in the second half, Broncs down 6, and it's Boga to the basket. Broncs within 4. Less than 3 minutes left, and here comes Cleveland. Good in the foul. Broncs within 63-61. Less than a minute left. Broncs down 3 again, and Boga goes straight to the hoop. Broncs within 65-64. Less than 10 seconds to go. Broncs down 3. Justin Leathers ties the game. We're going to overtime. Early in overtime, Broncs down 2, and Cleveland ties the game at 69. And then, after a Daniel Alexander 3, we're back to Johnson. Career-high tying 3rd three-pointer ties the game at 72. 30 seconds left. Broncs down 4. Make it 2. What a night for Cleveland. Broncs within 77-75. Akachi Okugo went 1 for 2 from the line, so the Broncs can tie it with a 3, and it's Leathers again. They appear to tie the game, but wait a minute, was his foot on the line? Here's a look from another angle in slow motion. They go to replay, and it's deemed a 2-pointer, so the Broncs pull within 1, but no closer. Broncs fall 79-78. Hines posted his 3rd 20-point game and 3rd double-double of the season with 21 points and 10 boards. He went a career-best 7 of 9 from the line. Boga also with a 20-point effort with 7 rebounds to boot. The Broncs had a season-high 5 players reach double figures in scoring, including Johnson, who tied his career high with 14 points.
So me and Boga had to step up, and all the seniors had to step up as they did today. Everybody did a good job, but unfortunately we couldn't get the win.
We had pretty good movement for a while, but at times we let it get a little stagnant and made a couple silly decisions. But, you know, we got outscored 20 points at the free throw line. That's pretty hard to make up.
Here are the final WAC standings. The seeds are set, with the Broncs getting the 8th seed and facing top-seeded Utah Valley. The Broncs and Wolverines very familiar opponents over the years, and they just faced each other a week and a half ago, which should make for an interesting quarterfinal matchup.
Continuing to play defensively the way we played in that game. I thought we played well defensively and did a good job, made them take difficult shots at the end of the clock. And then offensively, we've got to improve a little, though 42 points isn't going to get it. But, you know, we've got to find a way to get some baskets and, you know, make a few.
We really think we can beat any team, so to us, it really don't matter. But, I mean, since we beat Chicago State and UMKC twice, I mean, that definitely would have been better for us. But at the end of the day, you know, we got to go out there and play ball.
Saturday was a big game for the Broncs in terms of seeding, but it was also the final home game for 4 Broncs seniors and 1 graduate student. Romeo Villarreal has more.
425 men have worn the Bronx basketball uniform throughout the years. This weekend we honored 5 of those men as they played in their last collegiate home game of their careers. Javon Farrell played 3 years at UMass, where he graduated with a psychology degree, before transferring to UTPA to play his final season with the Bronx. Here he had an immediate impact in his only season with the Bronx, where he led the team in scoring and was second on the team in assists.
To me, has been a humble, hard-working kid that has been happy to be here and contributed greatly to the team. So hopefully he has a continued future in basketball.
While Javon's only been here for 1 year, he has made close connections with both the coaching staff and his teammates.
I mean, obviously I'm going to miss my teammates, the coaching staff. I mean, the other seniors that's going to be graduating with me and the younger dudes.
Jamal Dantzler came to UTPA, a community college transfer from Kennedy King Community College. He has been a defensive presence for the Bronx for the last 2 years and a vital member of the team.
Jamal, again, a forward who has contributed off the bench, came here from junior college and, again, has a little more weight on his shoulders right now. We need him to perform for us and been a good driver, offensive rebounder, athlete on the team, and again, a high-quality person.
Leading up to the game, Jamal couldn't help but reflect on how far he's come here at UTPA.
I don't know where the 4 years went. It went by so fast, but I enjoyed my 2 years here at UTPA, so I'm gonna enjoy the moment Saturday.
Number 30, Hurley Johnson, came to the Bronx from Colby Community College as a junior. He showed his calmness under pressure in his first start against Oregon State University, putting up 14 points and shooting nearly 50% from the field that game. Hurley has been an off-the-bench presence for the Bronx with a knack for scoring when he needs to most.
Hurley is a wonderful kid, a hard-working kid, very athletic kid. Comes with a smile on his face every day and a great work ethic and is going to be successful in life because of that. He's a really, really good person and a kid, again, that I'd be proud to be the parent of.
One of the things Hurley Johnson most appreciates about UTPA are the strong bonds he and his teammates made since he's been here.
We had brotherly bond. Everybody was joking around with each other. Everybody got along. We was all together. We all did things together, so we was really close.
Justin Leathers came to the Bronx from Johnson County Community College. Right away, he was given a lot of responsibility, being asked to play both at the 3 position and the 4 position down low in the post. This year especially, Leathers has been a big presence for the Bronx, being their 4th highest scorer on the team this year.
Well, Justin is, to me, because of his contribution to the program over the last couple of years, he's verbally a good leader. Work ethic-wise, he's a good leader. He's fought through a lot of injuries. His back has really been a struggle for him this year, but he never complains. He works his tail off, and when he shoots it well, we're pretty good.
While Justin Leathers was keeping the upcoming game firmly on his mind, he couldn't help but get a little bit nostalgic about the last 2 years here at UTPA.
It's crazy. I'm just thinking about my whole journey as a basketball player. Plus, I'm thinking about winning the game too. So it's a lot of stuff going on, but most of all, I'm trying to win a game Saturday, my last home game as a college player. So it's a lot about that.
Josh Cleveland is the only one of the seniors who has spent all 4 of his years with the Bronx. He has proven to be a valuable post player, both on offense and on defense, with his best numbers coming in his last few games as a senior.
A very athletic kid that can block some shots and finish around the rim, and really in the last 10, 11 games has played his best basketball. And we're looking for him to, again, contribute here at the end of the year with injuries and stuff. He's got to maybe up his contribution. But, again, been a good kid, yes sir, no sir kid that, again, you'd be proud to parent, as I am all of them.
Josh Cleveland, who's been with the team for the longest time, is still in disbelief that he is about to finish his last college game and about to graduate.
I never thought I'd make it that far. So, I mean, it's a big step in life for me, first male in my family to actually graduate, so get a college degree. So I'm taking that one back to Houston for them. It came so quickly. I'm ready. I'm so ready for this, to just, see all the fans one last time. My family gonna be out there. So I'm really looking forward to this game and just the environment of it. It's gonna be a good game. ready. I want people to remember, you know, my last time in UTPA Fieldhouse to be a good memory.
Josh's mom, Ruby Cleveland, came out to see her son play his final game on home court.
For the first 30 minutes of the game, I was really excited for him and his accomplishments and what he's done here and how much he actually have always loved this school. I'm glad to see him do his whole 4 years in one place that he likes.
During the final game, 4 of the 5 seniors started, with Javon Farrell being unable to start due to injury. The first 4 points of the game were scored by UTPA seniors, and 37 of the Bronx total points were scored by senior players. It was a close game throughout, with the Bronx down by 3 and seconds left in the game. Justin Leathers sunk a 3 to send the Bronx into overtime. In overtime, the Bronx had a chance to win it with 1.6.
And to see the rest of that story, as well as the rest of Bronx Country, log on to UTPABronx.com and click on the Bronx Country icon in the upper right-hand corner. Bronx basketball will start off the second half, moving right to left across your computer screen. Wolverines now moving left to right. Both starting lineups back out there. The Bronx down 51-25. Jack Boga with the basketball at the top, sends it down low to Josh Cleveland, turns around, throws it up off the window and in. Bronx are back on the board. It's 51-27. Utah Valley basketball. Holton Hunsker with the ball at the top. Lobs along 2, no good but a foul. Touch foul on Shaq Boga. That keeps the Wolverines at 80%. Bronx were out fairly quickly at halftime. They were out before Utah Valley was. I mean, I don't know what you say in the locker room when the team just shot 80% against you. Hunsiker hits the first. Hunsiker now at 18 points. He's 3 of 3 from behind the arc. Wolverines are 5 of 5. The Bronx 1 of 4. Second shot rattles home. And Wolverines' lead is now 53-27. Hunsiker fouls Johnson. Johnson was trying to come in. First foul on Hunsiker. First on Wolverines in this half. Hines inbounds from the right, gets it over to Leathers, now to his right to Hurley Johnson, who's got 11. Johnson brings it into the lane, throws it up. Good in the foul. Hurley Johnson connects on the layup. Now the chance for a three-point play. Van Aert picks up his second. Funny moment during the free throw. Johnson hits, Bronx within 23. Coach Hunsker called Holton Hunsker over to give him some instructions. Shaq Boga followed him. And Coach Hunsker tried to shoo him away. He was like, get out of here. And Boga walked a couple steps away, but I mean, he had to stay matched up with Hunsiker, and I'm sure he wouldn't have minded hearing the instructions too. Hunsiker comes in underneath. Pass to Brendan Evans, and he hits the layup. Utah Valley's lead back out to 25. Justin Leathers for 3 left wing. Rebound pulled in by Evans. You know, there's nothing to stop you from doing that when coach calls his player over. You can follow him. Because it's not an official timeout. I'm actually a little surprised we don't see it more often. It's funny, I never really thought about it before until I just saw Boga do it just now. But it really is a good idea. Evans to Hunsker. Comes down low to Nelson. Nelson out to the left wing. Brunel for 3, and he nails it. 58-30 Utah Valley. They keep extending that shooting percentage. They're now 13 of their last 14, I think. Yeah. 22 of 27. They're at 82% shooting. They're just not missing. It's as simple as that. They've only missed one basket in the last 13 minutes of game time. Justin Leathers, left wing for 3, and he hits it. Enos falls down on the inbound, so he misses the pass to him. Johnson picks it up before it goes out, tries to pass to Boga, but Bernil jumps in the way and steals it. Here come the Wolverines. Unsiger. Top to Enos, left side Bernil. They just foul on the inside. Josh Cleveland. It's just such amazing the difference between these last two matchups between these two clubs. And you think about just a week and a half ago in Orem, the Bronx held the Wolverines to 26.4% shooting and 45 points. I don't know that they've ever held an opponent to a lower shooting percentage. I couldn't find it. But I don't know that an opponent has ever shot better against the Bronx than the Wolverines are today. Just night and day. You'd never believe it was the same two teams playing each other. The ball goes out of bounds. It's Bronx ball. Boga to the top to Leathers. To Boga on the left wing. Boga works his way in, lays it up and in. Jack Boga. Bronx win 58-35. Now you imagine Utah Valley is very motivated for a number of reasons. Look, obviously the WAC tournament, you have a chance to go to the NCAA tournament, everybody's going to be motivated. But there's a little more here. It's a very senior-laden team. The team hasn't changed much with the exception of a guy like Zach Nelson, who's a freshman. A block by Leathers on a shot attempt by Nelson, speak of the devil. And Leathers picks it up before it goes out of bounds. Nope, he stepped out of bounds along the sideline. Wolverines ball. Well, and I'll finish that thought when we come back. 15:47 to play. Bronx down 58-35. You're listening to Bronx Basketball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 15:47 to play. The Bronx down 58-35. So to finish that thought I was giving, why is Utah Valley even more motivated than just the fact that there's an NCAA tournament bid on the line? Well, you look back at the last 4 years for the Wolverines. Now, these guys at most have only, this is their 4th year. So the history actually starts before any of these players were on the court for Utah Valley. Bronx forced a turnover. Leathers picks it up, gets it up to Boga. Boga into the lane, tries to go with the shot. He gets fouled by Hunsiker. Here's an interesting note. So last year, Utah Valley got knocked out in the first round of the Great West Conference Tournament, 76-74 in double overtime by Houston Baptist. Now, last year they did not win the conference tournament. They did not win the conference regular season. NJIT did. They went 3-5 in conference. First free throw good for Boga. Year before, Utah Valley went roughshod over the conference, 9-1. You know what happened? They lost in the first round of the conference tournament, 88-78 to NJIT in overtime. Let's back it up another year. Again, Utah Valley ran roughshod over the conference, 10-1 in the Great West to win it. First round of the conference tournament in Orem, no less. And Utah Valley lost 72-70 in the first round, South Dakota. Ball lost out of bounds, Bronx ball. So that's 3 years. And then the year before that, before any of these guys were even on the team, again, Utah Valley hosting the conference tournament. And again, they got knocked out in the first round, that time by UTPA, 56-53. So they've had so many near misses over the years. Shaq Hines goes up for a dunk, and he gets fouled and knocked out of the air by Chad Ross. Hines led to the line for free throws. Bronx down 58-36, 15:03 to play. So, I mean, you just look back, and every year Utah Valley loses in the first round. They've never won a conference tournament game, ever. Because before those last 4 years, they were independent. And then before that, they were junior college. They've only been Division I, about 12 or 13 years now? They went straight from junior college to Division I. Very impressive. First free throw good for Hines. They never won a conference tournament game. And they know that. I mean, that's obviously Coach Hunsiker knows that, but the players know that. And some of them have been around for at least 3 of those losses, including like 3 of the starters. Leathers missed by Hines on the second free throw. Leathers a putback layup. Bronx within 19, 58-39. I mean, you think about this team. Enos, starter, senior. Hunsiker, starter, senior. Aird, starter, senior. Brunel's a junior. That was a knockdown. Aird goes down, and Johnson and Garrity, a little bit of pushing. Both benches get ready to empty to make sure nothing more chippy breaks out. Coach Hipshire goes up to one of the officials and said, that's got to be 2 shots right there. Or to say the foul has to be on number 2. They're going to look at a replay on that. There was some grabbing, and I'd love to be able to see what they're seeing. They won't show that on the video board. They're showing the UTPA cheerleaders right now. So game getting a little chippy. Bronx have turned around a few points. And the Bronx were down 26. Heck, they were down 28. They're now within 19. Bronx are on a 9-0 run, spanning the last 3 minutes. They try and pull back into this game. Now both teams are sitting down in their huddles. I wonder if they're using this in lieu of the first team 30-second timeout extends into a media timeout situation. Because they're treating it like a media right now, even though it really will just go on until the officials are done reviewing the play, which I think they are, so I'll be interested to hear the call. So they're calling double technical fouls. One on Johnson, one on Garrity for getting tied up in this. So they offset, no free throws, and the Wolverines will inbound. Bronx on a 9-0 run. First time the Wolverines' offense has been held silent for any period of time. If the Bronx can keep it up, and Boga touch foul on Enos. Boga tried to front him and ended up using the left hand to grab Enos' left arm. Boga's got 4. Laurie Toivonen in, Josh Cleveland out. No, Boga's got 2. That's the 4th of the half on the UTPA Bronx. Garrity coming inside. The ball knocked away by Leathers, picked up by Hines. Here they come. Trying to extend this run into double figures. Boga to the left wing, Hines. Hines gives it to Leathers at the top. To his right to Johnson, comes in the lane. The runner doesn't go. The rebound tipped around and to the ground. Johnson to pick it up. And he calls for a 30-second timeout to retain possession. Boga underneath to Hurley. Johnson who gets double team, goes to the ground, and a tie-up jump ball situation. Possession arrow was favoring Utah Valley. Yeah, and it still is. Yeah. They changed it really quickly, but then they quickly changed it back, realizing nobody had seen it yet. 58-39 Utah Valley, 13:48 to play. Hunziker, pass over to left to Brunel. 13:30 to go. Out to Enos at center court. Hands it off to Hunziker. Out to Nelson. Nelson with 10. Turns around, gives it off to Brunel. The right wing, Enos. Enos out of the reach of Nelson and out of bounds. Bronx ball. Blake Provost making his first appearance of the day for the Bronx. Hurley Johnson takes a seat. Bronx within 19. Need another basket. Leathers down low looking for Toivonen, and he gets fouled. You know, Coach Hipster talked about it a little during the pregame, and you know, yesterday the Bronx had a very valuable lesson. They came to the women's basketball game. UTPA's women's basketball team was up 15. Boga for 3 from the top, and he nails it! Jack Boga from downtown, 58-42. The Bronx We're on a 12-0 run. Now foul on the other end. So the point of making, the women's basketball team was up 15, and then they were down 17. Ended up losing, which proves that anything can happen in these games. You can turn around 32 points. Bronx have trailed by as many as 28, but they've scored the last 12, and the knowledge they gained from watching yesterday's game probably makes them realize that they're not out of it. Game's not over till the final buzzer sounds. Hunziker misses on the NBA three, rebound Toivonen. It's it over to Boga. Top of the key, Leathers. It's it back to Boga. Boga, an NBA three, and he got it! Shaq Boga from downtown. It's a 15-0 run. The Bronx are within 13. It's 58-45. Don't look now. Here come the Bronx. Nelson hands it off to Hunziker. Hunziker with 20. There's just over 12 minutes left. Hands it off to Enos. Enos comes in, stops, turns around. Boga all over him. Off the top to Nelson. Nelson walks into the lane, gets fouled, hits the basket. Free throw when we return. 11:52 to play. Bronx within 60-45. You're listening to Bronx Basketball.
Well outside to the backstop. Everybody running. Rio scores the tying run. Swinging a liner past the third baseman into left field. The base hit. Bronx win. Bronx win. Bronx win.
This commercial brought to you by Lax Furniture, an official sponsor of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletics.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Back we are at Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. $11:52 to play. Bronx now down 61-45. After Zach Nelson converts a three-point play by hitting a free throw. That snaps the Bronx 15-0 run. They pulled within 13. They're now down 16 again. But about to head to the line for more free throws. Boga headed to the line. He's having himself a huge second half. First shot good, 61-46. Boga had 2 points in the first half. He's got 10 here in the second half. Bronx have 3 in double figures. Boga's second shot in and out. Rebound. Leathers tipped it, and Enos tried to save it, and as he fell out of bounds, he threw it towards Hines, but hit off of him and went out of bounds, so it's Utah Valley ball. Hunsiger racing up the court. Provost trying to stick with him. Ball comes to Air. Now it's the right wing, Enos. And Enos travels. It's Bronx ball. (61-46). The Bronx are within 15 with 11:24 to play. They've been down as many as 28. Boga, another deep three off the front iron, and the rebound pulled in this time by Nelson. Hunsiger brings it up the court. Over to Aird. Shot up, shot good from Brunel on the inside. 63-46 Utah Valley, 10:50 to go. Toivonen's got the ball in the left wing. Toivonen comes to the high block, turns around, feeds Johnson. Johnson at the top. Sends it over to Hines, left wing. Hines, Provost. Right wing, Johnson for 3. Rims out. Rebound Aird. And Hunsiger just falls down. The ball comes loose, and Boga picks it up. Races it back up the court. Stops right by the paint. Turns around, feeds Provost. Back out to Boga on the left wing. Boga comes inside, throws up the left hand. Good, and the foul! Jack Boga, a chance for a three-point play. And I think Utah Valley has called a 30-second timeout. Bronx within 15. They can be within 14 if Boga hits this free throw. He's 2 from 4 there today. Utah Valley has cooled off, relatively speaking, from the field. After shooting 80% in the first half, they're down to just I say, 57% in the second half, 4 of 7. But they've been turning the ball over. Bronx have had 5 more shot opportunities than Utah Valley in this half. Bronx outscoring Utah Valley 23-12 in the second half. Boga going for the three-point play. Off the back iron. It's rebounded by Nelson. So Bronx still down 15, but they've been down as many as 28, making up ground. Slowly but surely, there's no such thing as a 28-point shot, but if you hit enough 2s and 3s, you can come back in this. There's still a ton of time left, 9:55 to go. Air does the ball at the top, hands it up to Hunsiger. Hunsiger to his left, trying to spin past Boga, has to back out. Hunsiger stops, gives it off to his left to Brunel. Brunel throws underneath to Aird, fakes out Hines, puts it up, doesn't go. The rebound tapped around, saved by Johnson, and into the hands of Hines. Here come the Bronx. Boga, Leathers for 3 left wing, doesn't go. Aird the rebound. Back we go the other way. Hunziker bringing it up against Boga to the right wing, Enos. Pass to his left to Aird. Chance of go, Bronx go. Hunziker NBA 3 left wing doesn't fall. The rebound, Hines. Head to Boga, right wing 3. Yes! 63-51, the Bronx are within 12. This one's coming the other way. Offensive foul, Utah Valley. Foul on Ben Aird. Brendan Evans is in. Aird takes a seat. That's 9 fouls on Utah Valley. And Aird has 4. That's huge. Holton Hunziker takes a seat also. Blake Provost bringing it down with Justin Leathers, Josh Cleveland, Hurley Johnson, and Shaq Hines. Provost, right wing Hines, 4-2. Off the side iron, and the rebound picked up by Hayes Garrity of Utah Valley. It's up to the left wing, Brunel. Outside to Evans. Top to Garrity. To Nelson. Left wing, Brunel. Feeds his left, Enos. Left wing, Garrity. Garrity throws it up and in. 65-51 Utah Valley. It's a 14-point game with 7:37 to go. Cleveland with the ball, and the Bronx will call for a 30-second timeout, which should extend to a media timeout, but I guess it's not going to, because that officials timeout they had earlier, they decided to extend that into the media. Okay, so it's a 30. Bronx can draw up plays and really try and take advantage of their timeouts the rest of the way as best they can. Had to use 2 in the first half. They've got a few left to play with. They have 1 left, actually. I think they have 130 and 1 full. I'm not sure that the scoreboard I'm looking at. I think it might just be showing the 30s. Well, I guess we'll find out for sure the next time they call timeout. It says Utah Valley's got 2 left, and again, I think that's 2 30s and a full, but we'll see. Coaches know, and that's the important thing. Hines inbound stage right of the basket, looking for Cleveland, and he gets fouled by Evans, who may have gotten the worst of it. Evans falls to the ground, and he puts his hand over his eye. So all the players are sent back to their benches as Evans now gets up, and we're up against the media timeout. 7:24 to play. Bronx down 14. You're listening to Bronx Basketball.
They are the dreamers and the promise of the future. They are the hope who will lead us to tomorrow. They are the givers who have the passion to serve. They are the visionaries who will celebrate discovery. They will make a difference. They will change South Texas.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you, 7:24 to play. Bronx down 65-51. Josh Cleveland at the line. First one doesn't go. Cleveland's first trip to the line today. He is a 53% shooter. Second shot doesn't go. The rebound pulled in by, well, it looked like Hines had it, but Enos gets it. 4 to 8 hands went in for it. Garrity to Bruneel. Now out to the top of the key, Enos. Turns around, feeds Garrity. Now to Nelson, the right wing, Enos. Top to Evans. This is to Garrity. Garrity goes walking into the lane as he turns around, and they're calling a foul on the Bronx. Really? That's a travel. It was like 5 steps before the contact. So Garrity will get to go to the line. And he hits on the first. Second shot is good, so an extra 2 points for Utah Valley. It's a 16-point game at 67-51. Boga racing straight to the basket, lays it up and in, gets him back. 67-53, the Bronx need to stop. 6:45 to play. Enos moves to the top, pass over to the right wing, Nelson. Nelson coming to the basket, he slams it in with the right hand. Utah Valley's fans getting energized, their team up 16. Leathers, right wing, 3, rims out. 6:10 to go. Bruneel out at center court, pass to the right to Garrity. 6 minutes left. It's to Evans. Upside Bruneel. Out to Nelson. Gives it off to Garrity. Everybody just hanging around half court. Now there's 10 on the shot clock. Garrity moves to the left, top of the key, Enos. Enos to his left, gives it to Garrity. NBA 3 left wing is good. That may be the dagger. 72-53 Utah Valley with 5:35 to go. Bronx clawing back throughout the half. They got within 12 on a Boga 3, and Hines hits the jumper. 72-55. Bronx within 17. Garrity with the ball out at center court. Ball comes down low to Nelson. Toivonen somehow ended up on the ground. Nelson runs it out. And Utah Valley calls for a 30-second timeout. 5 minutes even left on the clock, and the Bronx down 17 at 72-53. Boga 17 points in the second half for UTPA. He now leads the Bronx and tied for the game lead with Hunziger, 19 points. He only had 2 points in the first half. What a turnaround from Boga. He's a big reason why the Bronx have had a chance to come back. They've outscored Utah Valley 30-21 in the second half. Hunziger, jumper from the foul line, doesn't go. Cleveland the rebound. Boga comes in, feeds Leathers right wing for three. Off the front iron, rebound by Cleveland, sends it out to Boga. Boga steps in. Boga, the short range floater doesn't go. And this time the rebound by Evans. Hunziger brings it up to Nelson. Out to Bruneel, and Utah Valley is content to kill clock. 4:17 left. 20 on the shot clock. They'll run it down as far as they can, it looks like. Garrity gets it down low to Nelson, lays it in. 74-55, 4 minutes left. Hines at the top, comes in for a layup, no good, but a foul. Free throws when we return, 3:50 to play. Bronx down 74-55. You're listening to Bronx Basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Back we are at the Orleans Arena. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 3:50 to go, and the Bronx down 74-55. Shaq Hines at the line for the Bronx, where he is 1 for 2 today. He's got 13. Second shot good for Hines. He's got 14 points. Bronx down 74-56. 3:43 to go. Aird, who hasn't scored in the second half, gets the ball. He's stuck on 8 to Hunsiger. Nelson. Pass to Garrity, cutting to the lane as the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. It is Bronx ball. And Aird just fell out of the game. Bronx were bringing it down. Aird got in the way. He finishes with 8 points and 10 rebounds. Coach Hunsiger continues to argue with the officials about the foul call. 3:22 to go, and his team up 74-56. Boga hits the first free throw. He's got 20. Make it 21. Bronx within 74-58. Hunsiger with the ball at the top. 3 minutes left. Ball comes to Garrity in the right corner, moves it to his left. 8 on the shot clock. Garrity falls down, gets back up, doesn't lose the dribble, now walks towards the hoop, sends underneath to Bruneel, who slams it home. How about Bruneel? 18 points on 8 of 8 shooting. And 76-58 with 2.5 minutes left. Boga underneath to Cleveland, who tries to go up for a dunk, but he misses off the front iron. Rebound Wolverines. Hunsiger, deep 3 left wing, and he nails it. 79-58. He's got 22 points. 4 or 5 from behind the arc. Cleveland going up gets fouled by Nelson. Wolverines 10 of 14 from behind the arc, 71.4%. They're also 71.4% for the game, 30 of 42. Wow. Josh Cleveland hits the line for a couple of free throws. 0 of 2 there today. He's got 4 points, make it 5. He hits the first. Bronx within 20. Second shot doesn't go, and the rebound pulled in by Bruneel. Gives it off to Hunsiger, who will run the offense. Enos gets the basketball on the right. Bounces it over to Bernil. There's Garrity for 3 from the top. Doesn't go. Rebound Bronx, 1:11 to go. And another foul. Cleveland's headed back to the line. Free throw good. 79-60. Second shot is good, 79-61. Minute left. Bronx still playing tenacious defense. Hunsaker gets doubled. Hines steals it out of the hands. They call a foul on Hines. Hunsaker hits the first free throw. 80-61. He's got 23. Make it 24. 81-61, and on Utah Valley will make a line change. Eli Robeson is in for the first time. Taylor Brown, Chad Ross are in. Hunsaker, Nelson, and Bernil all take a seat. With 55.5 seconds left in a 20-point game. Riley Johnson has the ball at the top. Pass over to the right wing. Blake Provost for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by the Wolverines with 45 seconds left. Hayes Garrity has it. Coach Hipsher yells out, "Don't foul." .23 seconds left. Wolverines can take their shot at any point at this time. Bronx will get one more possession after this, because the shot clock will be off. Enos, fall away, and he hits it. Keilani Enos will finish with 12 points on 4 or 5 shooting. 83-61. Johnson brings it down with 8, comes straight to the hoop. His shot is blocked. They're going to call goaltending. So Johnson scores a career-high 16 points in his final game with the Bronx on 6 of 9 shooting. Time ticks down as this game comes to a close. And the Bronx fall 83-63. Well, we'll take a look at the final numbers in just a second. The handshakes take place along the side. Wolverines led by Holton Hunsaker. He scored 24 points, 7 of 13 shooting, 4 of 7 from behind the arc with 7 assists. Mitch Bernil, 18 points, 8 of 8 shooting, 2 of 2 from behind the arc. Giovanni Enos, 12 points, 4 of 5 shooting, 2 of 3 from behind the arc. After that, Hayes Garrity, 9 points. Aird at 8 with 13 rebounds. Nelson at 7. 3 for Brown, 2 for Evans. Wolverines ended up shooting 70.5% for the game. They were 31 of 44. That includes 66.7% from behind the arc. They were 10 of 15 there. The Bronx led in scoring by Shaq Boga. He had 21 points on 7 of 15 shooting, including 3 of 6 from behind the arc. Career high 16 points for Hurley Johnson on 6 of 9 shooting, including 2 of 4 from behind the arc. Shaq Hines, 14 points, 6 of 11 shooting. After that, it was 7 for Josh Cleveland, 5 for Justin Leathers. The Bronx shot 45.1% from the field. They were 23 for 51. That includes 31.6% from behind the arc, where they were 6 for 19. 11 of 22 from the line compared to 11 of 11 for Utah Valley. Give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter, 83 to 63. Utah Valley beats UTPA at Orleans Arena in the WAC quarterfinals. Well, the Bronx finish up their season 9-23. Utah Valley now 20-10. They'll advance. Face off against Kansas City or Idaho tomorrow in the semifinals. That'll do it for us from Orleans Arena. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in all season long and today as well. To the presentation of Bronx basketball. For more information, log on to utpabronx.com. If you want to reach us, send an email. Contact info on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for Jack Fowler, wherever you are, this is Jonah Goldberg saying goodnight from Orleans Arena, Bronx Fall, 83-63.